we all talk about tourism and the employment opportunities it creates, and I think as I look at Orissa, we have many young people in the state, people who are positive, who are looking to grow their careers, who want to do well in life, and I think tourism is a great equalizer in doing that. It creates opportunity for employment amongst the young as well as the old, and I think that's really the foundation that both private enterprise and government needs to recognize. And I think if we recognize that, we can then build on that and build a bright future for the state. Many people have talked about international tourism, and I have a slightly different perspective. It may be right, it may be wrong, but it's certainly different. I think if you look at what's happening in the West, and it was alluded to earlier, economies are slowing down. If you look at what's happening with travel in the West, people are taking much shorter holidays, they're traveling more frequently, but they're traveling in closer proximity to where they live. And then if you look at India, India is a large country. We have roughly 8 million tourists who come into India, and they come for a week, maybe 10 days. And I think there are many challenges in bringing a reasonable proportion of that number to Orissa. I think number one, you need to look at the destinations that we have, look at the experiences, and provide world-class infrastructure and experience, which will take time. And therefore, what I'd like to suggest is we have India, which is growing rapidly. Our economy is growing at a substantial rate. It's one of the fastest growing economies in the world. And people are traveling more. So if I look at Oberoi hotels. If you looked at our hotels 10 years ago, we had probably no more than 20% of our guests were from India. 80% of our guests were foreign. Today, if you look at that, it is 55% Indian. In some locations, even going up to 60% Indian. Overall, it's 50% from India, and 50% of our guests are from outside of India. And I think that presents a great opportunity for the state of Orissa to focus on tourism from within our country. They know us better, they are closer, they understand our culture, and we don't need to do as much to promote within our own state. And I think it'll bring immediate or much quicker results that will benefit the economy, that will create employment, and that will help generate investment. So my suggestion is that when state government, private enterprise, tour operators, we all come together and see how we can market and promote tourism within India in the short term, not to ignore the longer term opportunities that exist with the international market, but there's some things we can do immediately that will get immediate benefit. And I was looking at, I've been coming to Bhubaneswar for many years. 10 years ago, there were a handful of flights coming from other cities in India. Today, there are multiple flights coming. And that's only going to grow. So there's a great opportunity sitting right at our doorstep. Thank you very much.